guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. This is going to be a longer than normal video. I'm trying to see if you guys like the longer videos, so if you do, give the video a thumbs up and I will create longer videos. But make sure you grab some wine, grab some champagne, and come and let's have girl talk. So let's get into this get ready. We're not doing cake face today, sweetheart, but no, I decided to do a get ready with me. I just wanted to talk about stuff, you know. Let's do a little girl chat. I'm gonna be taking my Vicks and I'm gonna be putting it on my lips. Ooh, girl, okay, yeah, there we go. You know, if you're new here, my lips are quite big and it really helps with dead skin removal. So yeah, and it's winter time, so you're gonna be seeing me use that a lot. Well, I haven't done one of these in so long. Like, I forgot how to talk and do my makeup at the same time. It really does take skill. A lot has been happening lately in my life, y'all. Just spiritual things, not like physical things, you know, but like spiritual change. Can we talk about spiritual change? Spiritual change is when you kind of wake the hell up, you know. I low-key been sleeping, but I'm woke now, y'all. I'm woke, honey. I don't really want to go into great detail about my spiritual awakening. I just want to like scratch the surface. Like, do you even know what a spiritual awakening is? A spiritual awakening is when you hit like a growth spurt spiritually. Things start making sense. Like your childhood trauma. The only way you can figure out how things start making sense is if you actually try to deal with your childhood trauma. And my childhood trauma, some would consider isn't childhood trauma, but I went through emotional neglect, and I talk about that in my daddy's issues video. Oh, what the hell am I doing? That is a real thing, you know, in the black community.
Girl, you grew up in the suburbs, you lived the best life, your parents provided you such a nice living environment, you didn't have to worry about nobody breaking in your house and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, and I'm very blessed for that. I never had to worry about someone breaking into my house or worrying about like walking the street alone by myself or any. No, I didn't have to worry about that. But I felt like now that I'm older, you know, I'm very appreciative. I'm grateful for those things. But also, my dad focused so much on providing physical things for his kids, materialistic things, that he neglected us emotionally. Maybe even my mom in a sense, you know. The old man has really softened up. When I was younger, I never really, well, I saw my dad cry once, and that's when his mom died. And then after that, I never saw my dad cry again. I've never seen my dad like not mean when I was a child, like not mean. And what I mean by that, like, he, you know, he was just very stern, you know, very strict, all of those things. If you've ever met my dad, you've met him. You will remember, okay? He's like one of those people. But now the old man is changing. And you know what? Recently I came to the conclusion, the reason for this change, because my dad was one of those people. He would scream it to the mountaintops, I'm never changing. Old man has changed, y'all. And what I mean by that, like, he has changed to where I can come to him for things, not physical things, but I can come to him for advice. If I need something, I can come to him. It wasn't like that as a child. I remember growing up, my dad coming to him for anything was a task, okay? Because you didn't know, you had to come to him when he was in a good mood. You had to come to him when he just didn't get off from work. Y'all know how it is for parents. And I get it now that I'm older. I'm like, okay, I get it, you know. But back then, I just didn't. I didn't get it. Which brings me to my next point here. As I get older, I'm realizing that the reason why my dad eventually changed, and he's starting to develop an emotional relationship with us. He's always been there physically, but he's developing an emotional relationship with us, including my other siblings, my brothers. It's because we're grown now. We don't need him physically anymore when you think about it, you know? Like, we don't need clothes, we don't need shoes, we don't need money to do extracurricular activities, we don't need cars. We do those things for ourselves. So now he has no choice but to be there emotionally. And it's a beautiful thing that not only was I able to repair and forgive him for the things that he did to me in the past, but I'm also able to develop a new relationship, a renewed relationship, an emotional one. And this is really helping with me when it comes to men, dating, and everything. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Now let's talk about this feminine energy, because girl, that's what I've been all about lately. So these are all my spiritual kind of things that I've noticed with growing up and, you know, really stepping into my purpose, my calling, and just being understanding of things don't just happen just because. There is a reason for that, and it's up to you. It's up to you to discover the reason behind maybe some of the things that you went through. Trauma isn't just there, it's there for you to discover messages. And I feel like that's what I'm doing right now in my life. So yeah, that's that. So female energy, I really wanted to touch a basis on this because I'm thinking about doing a series on this channel for feminine energy and still try to do keto. I'm trying to do keto videos, a keto video like once a week anyway. But lately I've been going through a lot, so I haven't been consistent with YouTube, but I plan to get back in the groove of stuff, starting with this Get Ready With Me video. When it comes to feminine energy, like I put on my Insta story, feminine energy is something men cannot live without. You know, when we're younger, they embed it in our heads that we need men. We need men. This is a man's world. Those princess movies, books, all of that. We need a man. We need someone to come and save us. But there is power in womanhood. And the power in womanhood is simply the simple fact that yes, men are physically more are physically more powerful than us physically. But the power in womanhood is the simple fact that we are needed by men. And as women, you know, when you really think about it, we really don't need men. We really don't. Men need us. Some men can't even function. Like my dad, he cannot function without my mom. The same with, you know, birthing a son. He cannot live without his mom. And that's the power in womanhood. Like, no, we're not physically stronger than men, but I feel like we are mentally. We endure a lot of pain mentally. I'm not saying men don't, but we can endure childbirth. We can just endure so much, you know. We can endure managing a household, kids, finances. We can do all of that. We were built to be able to do all of that. They make up where we lack, if that makes sense. So my whole thing with feminine energy, connecting with yourself, developing feminine energy. Feminine energy is something that you are given when you were born as a woman. A trans woman cannot carry feminine energy because they simply don't have the uterus. That's where the feminine energy comes from. Feminine energy comes from the uterus. So when you start menstruating and everyone is like, oh my God, you have this glow about yourself. You know how you were a little kid and you started your menstrual cycle. You're like, oh my God, you have this glow. And all the women around you made it such a big deal. Well, some of them, they should have. Now you should start understanding why. You know, like that feminine energy can only come from a woman with a uterus. And this isn't any attack on trans women or anything like that. I'm just speaking facts. 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 You can't deny facts. Feminine energy comes in simpler terms. When you have feminine energy, you can make men aroused. You know, it's not the breast, it's not the boobs. Men want you to think that's all that you offer them, but it's the feminine energy that makes them that way. A trans woman can have boobs nowadays, can have ass nowadays, but they're not going to arouse all men just because they have those things. It's the feminine energy that they don't have, that men connect to. So men will try to make it seem like, oh, you're just a piece of ass, but maybe that's because that's all you had to offer him. You know, did you really extend the feminine energy that you have as a woman? Sometimes you have to ask yourself that. You know, like, what else did you bring to the table besides sex, besides a child? And some of you women, not all of them, y'all think by having a baby by a man, it's going to keep a man. But guess what? Anybody can have a baby by a man. Anybody can do that, sweetheart. Anybody can have sex with him. Anybody can do that, sweetheart. I'm just trying to get y'all to think outside the box. Anybody can sleep with a man. Anybody could swallow his sperm. Anybody could suck him off. Anybody could do any of that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not doing anything special, honey. And that's what I'm saying. Like, are you really using your feminine energy to the max? Like, are you really reaping those benefits of what you secretly, it's not even secretly have, because men don't realize it. Yeah, you do secretly have this. And that's a gift. That's a power that lies in every woman. And this is why I'm so big on women empowerment. And I was watching Jada Pinkett Smith, and she was talking about European beauty, that whole segment that she did. And she was just talking about how women and how, as different races and different backgrounds, how we view each other. She was also saying how she's not a feminist, but she's a womanist, and she explained why. And, you know, I could really relate to that. And I'm really about to, like, take that title on head on, because I'm like, oh my God, she's a womanist. You know, or she's a womanist. She believes in just womanhood. And that's it. All the other stuff, all the other definitions and stuff, it's like, it don't matter to her. You know, we are all different, but at the end of the day, we all connect because we are women. We have that feminine energy. It's something that I plan to practice, because this is something that I personally just realized. I was watching Julesy here on YouTube, and she brought it to my attention, and then from there I was just so obsessed. I was like, oh my God, she done woke something up in me that I have never realized, and it was the feminine energy. Now, when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I'm independent, a man can't tell me what to do. Y'all seen the videos? But I've realized, why overextend myself as a woman? When I can have a man do it. You know what I mean? Like, why? Example. Okay, there's some heavy boxes over there, right? There's some heavy boxes over there, and there's a man standing right there. Now, why would you go overextend yourself as a woman when there's a man right there? Why not use that man instead of being independent? I'm an independent woman, you know, I'm an independent woman. Of course, you could go and lift the boxes. It may drain you, it may take out all your energy, or may use up all your energy, but why do that when there's a man standing right there? Why don't you just ask him to pick up the damn box? I feel like every woman should be independent, because that's a solid foundation for a woman, you know, for good practices, so that you don't need a man, but you want a man. And then also, when I make that statement, when I say you don't need a man, you should want a man, at the end of the day, God still created us to where we kind of do need each other in a sense. To procreate, for the circle of life, we still need each other in a sense. But for day-to-day living, you don't need no man. Just being emotionally stable, you don't need a man for that. You can do all of that yourself. But you should want a man. You should want a man to procreate with him, you know? Men need us because they need the feminine energy. That's something that they don't have. And that is just the circle of life. That is the way God created us. Don't be out here overextending yourself to men who don't appreciate that. Appreciate the fact that you are a woman, you have feminine energy. Period. Are we doing that? What you doing that for? And then don't be sticking around for men who don't appreciate feminine energy. Can we start there? If you don't appreciate what you bring to the table, leave. What you staying for? Girl, you got better things to do with your time, or you could spend time with someone who actually appreciates your feminine energy, who adores your feminine energy, who acknowledges that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you're one of those women where you're concerned about a man forgetting about you, like you're checking your Instagram story, you checking your Snapchat story, you wondering if he's scrolling through your Instagram, missing you, reminiscing, and blah blah blah. Girl, if you use your feminine energy to the full extent, you don't have to worry about that. Because a good woman leaves her mark every time. If you are a good woman and you use your feminine energy more than you extended it further than just sex and having a baby or having babies, girl, he ain't gonna forget about you. That's something that you can't forget. When y'all ever seen Erykah Badu and all the men that she's ever dated and being interviewed, and they ask people, or the interviewee will ask, well, what happened with you and Erykah Badu? Or they'll ask about the relationship or the time that they were together or spent together or whatever the case may be, and they always have great things to say about her. Like, you know, I'm sure the sex was good, but it's like they always have like this deep response, and it's like, damn, Erykah Badu got that fire. And it's not, and people are trying to make it, oh, she got that fire like it's sex. No, Erykah Badu got that fire aura. She got that fire feminine power that she uses, and every time she encounters a man, they feel it. You know, they know they're not gonna get that from someone else. Have y'all ever realized that? I realized that. I was like, damn, I'm trying to be Erykah Badu Jr. Okay, I'm trying to see what that's like, honey. What is that like? Because every time, Common, he got interviewed, and he was just like, you know, like he just started smiling and reminiscing. They are no longer together, and he still feels that fire from her. That's what I'm talking about. You can't get that shit from sex. Sex is part of it, but trust me, it's more than sex. Man, the way he be talking about her, the way he talked about her in that damn interview, I don't know what interview it was, but it was more than sex, honey. But yeah, I just want to talk about that feminine energy, y'all. That feminine energy, that is something I'm trying to develop. This is something that I'm just now getting into. You know, I've been putting so much focus on weight loss and stuff, but I can't wait to really extend myself further when it comes to this journey of life and creating the woman that I want to be, the lifestyle that I want for myself, and just being that sensual. I want to get in touch with my sensual side of myself, if that makes sense. I've never been the type of girl that, oh, I'm in the club, I'm twerking. You know, I don't do that. And I know some girls do it. I have nothing against girls who do that, but I believe her name is Sabrina. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. And if I don't want to butcher it, so I ain't even gonna say it. But Sabrina, y'all will know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna put a picture up of what she looked like. But that girl has mastered sensual movements. That is why whenever I hear one of her songs, I just feel it in my soul, y'all. It's like, damn. She is such a sensual person. She's a sensual person with her voice. She's a sensual person with her words. I hope she writes her own music. She's a sensual person with her movements. She just has like this, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like she glides when she moves. It's beautiful. I'm just like, how do I get that? Because that's what I want. I don't want to be a twerker. I don't want to be a twerker. I'm a two-stepper. That's what I am. And that's old. But I just love how she moves. Like, she moves so sensual. And it's like, how do I develop that? Do they have a course that I can take? Do they have a class that I can take? Because that there, honey, that's something that I need in my life. I just feel like, damn, if I can move sensually and glide, girl. So I'm just like, well, how the hell do I develop this skill? Because I need that. And I'm an old soul, so I connect more to the older music. Like, I'm not one of those people that connect to the new stuff or trap music. And that's why when music is like a mood for me. Like, music really, if I'm listening to a certain song over and over again, it like really explains my life at the moment, or currently, like where I am currently. But lately I've been listening to some dope artists. I don't even listen to mainstream music, honey. I be listening to everything under the sun but mainstream music. Every now and then I'll tune into some mainstream music that I like, but you know, like Drake, LMA, she just went mainstream, which I don't really like, because it's like, now you know her music's not gonna be the same. I love supporting new upcoming artists. I just love. Another thing that I want to talk about, so I got my hair trimmed, and people were Snapchatting me saying, you don't like your hair? I thought you got your hair done, da da da. I just got it trimmed, y'all. I did not get it styled. I didn't do all of that. I just got my hair trimmed because I needed it cut. I'm always wearing wigs and stuff because it's my job, so I don't really have time to be styling or wearing my natural hair, because I'm probably working on my next wig or my next project with a company and stuff like that. So that's why my hair looks like this. Plus, I sweat it out at the gym. So when I went and got my hair trimmed, I told my friend who's currently in beauty school, OB, that I'm like, don't style it. Like, don't even waste your time. Just blow it out, trim my ends, and keep it moving. So that's exactly what she did, and I love it. My hair is so much lighter now that I got it trimmed. So if you're thinking about trimming your natural hair, girl, go ahead and trim it. My hair has grown so much since I've cut it, and I did the whole little taper cut. You guys have seen it on YouTube. If you haven't, check it out. I did my little DIY taper cut, and I freaking loved it. But I'm glad my hair is back. That was like a year ago, and like I said, every time I cut my hair, it's a symbolic for me and my life and how change is coming. And I'm not saying like little bitty change, I'm talking about major changes coming. So I'm glad I cut my hair the second time, because I didn't notice how damaged it was. And I think the reason why people are like, dang, your hair grew back so fast, my hair is pretty healthy, because the first time I went natural, I was dyeing my hair like every other week. I was bleaching it, dyeing it, I was doing all this stuff to it. And so my hair is so much more thicker now. Y'all, it's thick. It's thick. I'm thinking to myself like, girl, I ain't trying to have no kids. I ain't trying to have no girl, because my hair, her hair, that's like 5 people's heads at once. That's like having 2.5 heads to be working on, and it's only 2 people, yourself and her. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I need to have all boys, because I'm in the salon. I'm like, this is a lot of work. You know, I'm always braiding up my hair, wearing wigs and stuff. I'm not really thinking twice about it, but I'm just like, I really didn't notice how much my hair had grown until I got into the salon, and I'm like, Kiana, baby girl, you got some thick ass hair. This is gonna be a minute. I was in the salon for 3.5 hours, and all I did, I didn't even get a style, y'all. All I did was, I'm just using some brown. All I did was get a blowout in the trim, honey. And then also I went to this fashion show on Saturday, and it's called, I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly, Critique Fashion Show here in Kansas City. And I know one of the owners from Made, and he's just such an inspirational person. His name is Mark. He's the owner. He's just such an inspirational person. Like, you ever met somebody, you just like, damn, like, you have been through so much in your life and you just keep going. You know, like, some people experience the littlest inconvenience in life and they just want to quit and give up. And I met this other girl. Her name is Connect with Khadijah. She plans to have her own agency to help artists and help just talented people get connected with the right people to expand, whether you're an influencer, music, model, whatever the case may be. And she's starting with just being a publicist, but she eventually wants to expand. And I just love when I meet people and they're passion for what they want to do is completely different than what everybody else is doing. And then another thing that I'm like in love with is when people have the passion, but they also have the drive to match that passion, and they have the work ethic. Do y'all not know how hard it is to find that combination? People are lazy. People think things are just gonna fall in their lap and things are just gonna happen. So I really enjoyed myself at the fashion show, just being around creative people. I really felt inspired, and I really want to be involved next year, you know, or whenever they do it again, because I'm just like, that's something I could be a part of and be proud of that shit. You know, I always get hit up for club promotions. I always get hit up for bottle service girl, like stuff like that. I'm like, I'm a brunch type of girl. You know, I'm a panelist type of girl. I want to speak on a panelist. I want to do stuff like that. I want to do stuff that if I do meet a man, he not gonna be ashamed to be with me. You know what I mean? He's gonna be proud. He's like, yeah, that's my woman right there. Not my girl, that's my woman right there. She doing big things. Stuff like that. I don't want to be a part of that bottle. I'm not knocking girls who do that shit, but that's not for me. You know, that's not the type of image that I want for myself. And I don't want to just do street and urban stuff. Like, I know I'm black and I know I got a big ass and everything, but honey, that's not all that I want to do. I want to do so much. I just want to do positive things that impact the community, that impact the youth, that impact women. I just have really big dreams, and being in a club and shit, that ain't where it's gonna happen, honey. My dreams ain't in the club, honey. I'm trying to be on Michelle Obama status. Yeah, I'm trying to be an author, a public speaker, a motivational speaker. I'm trying to be on that level. But like I said, I was really inspired by all the people at the fashion show. I think everybody did such an amazing job. It was super professional, and I love going to professional events. Not that much as she, you know, sometimes you go to a Kansas City event and you just be like, so it was nice to go to an event, and it just, everything was just amazing. Everything. It was just the unity in the room. It was just beautiful, y'all. Saturday, was that Saturday? Yeah, I went out and I went to this club, bar, whatever the hell you want to call it, and people was trying to dance with me. First of all, that was the same night as the fashion show. So first of all, I'm like, girl, I didn't secure my wig like that, honey. I didn't secure it tonight, so I can't be. Girl, I wasn't even trying to bob and weave my head to the beat. I wasn't trying to do that. Not when the wig is not secured. The wig was not secured. The last thing I need is Blockery Honey Rad loses her wig while pop locking and dropping it on the dance floor. That is the last thing I need. So hell no, I was not dating, honey. I came to the fashion show to look cute, so the wig was not secure, and to go the hell home. But of course, my little, I don't even know what to call her. My little social butterfly angel, I call her, because I really do need her in my life. Her name is Allie. I love her to death just because she brings a more social light out of me, which I need in my life, being that I'm in the business that I'm in, but also being that I'm really an introvert. I'm a stay-at-home kind of gal, and she's like, come with me to this, come with me to this. And I'm like, hell, I might as well go with you. You know, I ain't got shit else to do. Like, she's always dragging me out the house. And she is really an angel. Like, that is a person that I really needed in my life. You know? Like, you really don't think about that type of stuff, but you really, I needed her in my life. When I was in the club or whatever like that, the stares that I get when people see my ass, I just be like, is it really that big? Like, I lived with my ass for so long, you know, I've seen it get smaller and stuff, and I do feel like it stands out more because the way my body shape is or whatever. But the stares I get, you be like, men see me and they be like, and I be feeling when eyes be on me. I can feel it, y'all. I can feel it. It's not something that has to be seen. I can feel it. So even at the fashion show, they be like, and then like if they was by their friend, they be like, you see that? I see the whispers, okay? I'm not blind. I be seeing the whispers. I be seeing all that, and I just be like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I don't know, it's just so funny to me. And then, oh my god, this situation happened to me. So I got a few numbers that night, and a few. But one thing that made me so uncomfortable was this one guy asked me for my number. I gave him my number, right? Then this other guy asked me for my number. I gave him my number, but while I was giving the other guy my number, the other guy that I gave my number to before him was watching me the whole time. Like, oh, you taking his number? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, you know, I'm single and still take it. And just because you gave me your number don't mean I can't take this guy's number. I mean, he's just a prospect. You a prospect. Ain't nothing set in stone until it's set in stone. I just made that up. And then the worst part about that though is when you meet people the night and you gave out your number a few times and like all these people are texting you and you don't know who's who because you didn't lock their name in your phone. So you thinking like, who could this be? Or which one am I talking to? Completes a get ready with me video. I kind of cut it off there at the end just because I'm like, oh my god, this video is so long. So this is going to be a pilot video because I want to see how well a longer video will do on my channel, because I will make more longer videos, more like this get ready with me, because I got a lot to say. Girl, I got a lot to say. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, share it if you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.